Am revenit în partea a doua a emisiunii, o discuție despre digitalizarea companiilor din România. Alături de mine este Manolis KONTOS, care este Managing Director la Inform. Inform este o divizie, o companie, membru a unui holding, Austria Car Holding, un holding cu o istorie mai bine de 100 de ani, care operează în România. Inform Lykos România este un business, parte a grupului, aflat de mai mulți ani în România și care încearcă să contribuie la digitalizarea businessului. Manolis, thank you very much for coming here. How are you?
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
How is your life?
For having a chance to meet you and have this discussion.
Okay. About Inform Lykos.
Yes.
What is right now the situation?
The situation is we are doing quite well. So the group is growing a lot. Inform is also contributing a lot in this business development. The past year was a challenging year for all of us.
What means challenging? Because all the managers say challenging year. It was a year with plus, it was a year with minus, it was a year with a lot of projects.
Overall, for us, it was a plus. So although there were a lot of things we had to manage, like the energy cost, the cost of materials, the sourcing, the challenges as far as being able to bring whatever we need in order to run our business. But what we have done is that we had made sure in the recent years to diversify our portfolio, and we can talk about this. And that way we were able to offset where some lines of business might be going well. We, especially on the digitalization part, that part of the business of the services grew. So overall the result for the year in 2021, and even in the year that we are running in 22, is positive both in sales and in profit.
Okay, for us. You are here in Romania, and what is right now with the scale of 0 to 10, what is the situation of Romanian companies' digitalization process? Give me
I would say overall in the market, the companies are around 4. I would say there is
4.
There is a lot of
room.
From
0 to 10, 4.
Yes. I would say there is a lot of room to.
A lot of room.
A lot of room to grow.
In what field? Because I talk with a lot of companies, and they said, I don't know what to do.
Yes.
Or from what application to buy. I don't know how to manage all the problem in digitalization. Of course, all the companies can. I can use service with that. I can use service with that. I can service with that, and so on. But integration is very hard.
Yes.
To put in place.
The way you just mentioned it, I think this is where the challenge and the problem starts from. So a lot of companies go and say, I have this for you, I can serve you with this, I can serve you with that. What we should do different, and this is what I'm trying to do with my team here, and not only in Romania, but in the other countries that we operate, is to understand more how the company works, how our clients work, and what are the challenges they're facing and the issues they're facing, and go to them with holistic solutions. So to the question that you raise, what can be done, what has to be done first, is first to understand our business.
The business.
So once you understand the business...
Can you understand the business from multiple sectors? I know, can you understand the business?
We are not here to offer our services to all the sectors. That's why we have been focusing, and as a company, we have been focusing in certain sectors. And by serving these sectors for a lot of years, we get to know also how they are operating and what are the issues they are facing.
And what are the sectors?
So the sectors that we are mainly serving is energy, the utility companies, telecommunications, banking. So banking is a very big part of our business because of our group being Inform is part of Austria Card. So Austria Card is a very well established and with a very big presence and serving the banking sector. And obviously these are the sectors we know well, and the solutions that we go and offer are around those sectors.
And what kind of solution you offer to this? Banking, telecom,
so
energy?
Let's take an example that fits a lot of this, and this is one of the things we have been doing. Onboarding customers. Now in this pandemic, for example.
Yeah, onboarding customer.
Where a lot of branches were closed, the banks couldn't get their customers to serve them. So we offer solutions where you can certify that it's you can remotely onboard your documents. We can then get those documents circulated in the bank's system and be able to verify that I'm the person that I'm there, and also be able to sign my contract, get my application through. So this is one of the things we offer.
So onboarding.
Onboarding solutions, automation solutions.
It's a hot topics, onboarding, how to onboard the client, or it's a matter of only for the client, for the banking client?
No, this is not for the banking. Even we have solutions on the utility sectors where, again, you want to interact with your clients in their points that they have, and you want to be able to go with your documents. Someone has to scan them, extract the data. So what we also do is, on top of the onboarding, is all the data extraction, and then getting this information circulated in their CRMs or their ERPs. So, and then getting this document electronically created and electronically signed and have it e-archived, so you don't have to keep paper copies of all these documents that you have. So our solutions, as you hear me, is around onboarding the customer, creating the documents, signing them in a certified way, and be able to keep them in an archive. Or we work a lot with the banks in scanning all their historical or recurring documents. So this is one other big activity that we have. So where we go there and are able to extract again their history, extract the metadata, make it available in their system. So whenever they're looking for my contract, for your contract, they can easily search and find it electronically, and they don't have to go and retrieve boxes and go and find the documents.
So this is a type of something like archive document.
Correct. So this is quite a significant part of the business that we do, especially here in Romania. So we have been doing this for a number of years, and a lot of the banks that are here in Romania trust us as their provider for these solutions. But it's not only for just archiving and scanning and the document, it's also creating the workflows. So when you create a document, you want to be able to send it to your legal department or your accounting department, and they can sign it off and they can approve a document. So we are also creating the ecosystem around this document. So just not the job of scanning and putting it in a scanner and putting it in an electronic archive, but also having it available.
Look, right now with your, all of your clients here in Romania, what kind of services they want? You mentioned first onboarding, the second.
They are looking for automations, I would say. How to streamline. Why is that? Because everyone is looking to manage his operating expenses. So what I see as a hot topic, let's say, is what kind of streamlining of processes we can do, how we can automate things that are repetitive, so that way they can reduce the effort that is put there behind repetitive tasks, and that way their people can be spending their time.
Can you do it, or you come with some other application? I mean, UiPath is robotic process automation.
What we do is offer a combination of solutions. So we are not a reseller of one solution. UiPath and this type of companies are also partners that we have. But what we do, and as a company, what we do is offer a solution that is holistic. We have our own platforms also. We don't only depend on third-party technologies. So we have our own platform. So when it comes to data extraction, for example, and getting the metadata, we have an engine that we have developed, which has a very high recognition rate, so it can read even handwritten documents. This, we will combine it with a UiPath that has to do with a process automation. And this is what I was saying earlier. The customers are looking for someone that can understand the whole way of working and combine solutions, because they want to be agnostic. They don't really care if it's UiPath or another company.
Of course.
So
in the end, they want only the solution and the solution to work.
We invest more in the business analysis, understanding their needs, and going with a solution that will serve this need. Cost cutting, reduction, customer care that they have, or call centers that they want to be able to use these bots, for example. So these are solutions that we offer. So internal departments serving internal departments like the HR and all the processes that they want to be able to create documents. We also are there to create these documents, circulate them, get them approved. Or a call center that you want to be able to standardize the way you engage with your customers, either that is with a voice bot or the chat bot. So these are the solutions that we are involved in.
Romania is a good market for Inform. I mean, Inform division of Inform belongs to the Austrian card?
Correct. So Romania, I would say, is one of our key markets. Why is that? Because we have invested over the past years significantly. So first of all, it's a big hub as far as our production of cards is concerned. So the biggest factory that the group has is here in Romania. So
how many people?
In total in Romania, now we employ more than 500 people.
500?
Yes.
A lot of people.
Yes, because we have 3 sites practically. We have the cards business, which employs more than 200 people. We have the inform paper, let's say business, digital security printing, so all the statements and all that is being prepared for the billers. We are doing it here, and we also have the scanning and archiving activity, which we are also having a lot of people here. And as far as the cards business, this is the center of all our European, let's say, subsidiaries that are being served. This is the main primary site. So we have a site obviously in Austria where our headquarters is, but the primary site is Romania.
It's here in Romania. Yes. How was the first half of the year?
The first half of the year went quite well, so we managed to grow the sales around 20%.
20%.
And the profit was also on a high single digits because we had to absorb a lot of cost. You know that there is a lot of cost.
Okay. You rise the business because the clients ask for more. Okay?
Yes. What we did is we tried to bring more business in order to utilize the infrastructure and the facilities that we have.
So you attract more companies, more clients, or with the existing clients you make more business?
It's a combination. It's both. So with existing clients, we brought new services and new business, and we also try to bring also on board new customers to offer the services and the solutions we have.
If you compare Romania with other markets, do you see any difference between the market, the companies, how they look for the digitalization, how they are the problem?
I would say Romania is investing a lot behind this. So there is a good talent pool of developers and IT people here in Romania. So I see that this market is, from this market, there are services provided to other markets. So I would say Romania, if I compare it to Austria, for example, which I also know quite well, I would say Romania is in better shape. So you might be surprised
that
the digitalization of Austria is at a lower level compared to...
How comes? Because
people are more conservative. I'll even tell you, when you go out in the market, you will see people still use cash for their transactions, where here in Romania you don't see this. A lot of people use the challenger banks or the existing, platforms and wallets. So from that point of view, Romania is on the right path. Maybe I said earlier it's on a lower compared to where they can reach, but it's growing fast.
It's growing fast.
It's growing fast.
How you see the next year?
The next year for us or for general?
Yeah, in general, first of all, if you see
in general, I would say that people are more optimistic. They went through this phase of, being pessimistic with the pandemic and all that. So everyone, I even saw it in the summer, people want to go out, to travel, to be able to, get back into a normal way of working. So I'm optimistic as far as the next year is concerned. We just need to do it. For us, for the companies, we just need to be alert because you never know what can happen again.
Okay.
So, but generally, I'm optimistic, and I think it will be
because you discuss, you make the budget for the next year. You discuss with the clients. If the clients cut the cost, so your budget will be affected in the end.
Of course, but what I said is that we try to bring new solutions and new lines of business, because the existing line of business, I don't expect that it can take you far. You need to evolve as a company. You need to be able to create new solutions in order to be ahead of the curve and be able to offer.
Do you have a star service or products? Because all the people said, look, I have this product, this service, and this is the best in the market.
Our biggest contributor in our business continue to be our payment solutions.
Payment solutions.
Payment, cards, personalization services, wallets. So this is the biggest part of the business because this is the one that has the biggest scale as far as customers and countries. So this I would say is the biggest contributor for the group.
Is better than the other solution? Because in the other client said, look, I have this solution, I have that solution, but I prefer on that.
No, it's not that if it's better or not, it's the biggest contributor for us.
Okay.
But our future and where we are working on is developing our digital offering and our solutions. This is where we see, because moving more on the services and less dependent on the products. Because even on the banking, as we know, everyone is preferring to have his wallet in his app, in his mobile, than having to use his plastic card. So what we are doing is that we are also moving as a solution of banking services and not just the card and the personalization services. So all around that. And that's why you will see that in our portfolio as a group, we also have a lot of challenger banks like the likes of Revolut and 26, we are serving those.
So you work with Revolut, yeah?
Yes. So
Okay.
we are providing.
How come that Revolut attract a lot of clients, especially here in Romania? Romania is the second market. Why? Because of the service, the idea of the service?
I would say that it has a good combination. The service is one for sure, the convenience.
Convenience.
That it brings. This is a big part. Also, it has a lot of added features. So, for example, the FX rate that you can get through the Revolut is much better than what you can get in a bank. So, and also the fact that you can transfer money with very small cost, and I can share for
Yes.
my friends and my family. So, this is.
Do you think a bank, old bank,
Yes.
can make a better service than the Revolut? Or they have some construction in back?
It's not a construction. They have some certain ways of working, and let's say a heritage that they are
heritage.
that they have been attached to, which is making more difficult for them to evolve. They will have to evolve, and they are evolving. And we see all the banks, even here in Romania, they're creating a digital bank, like the big banks. You know what I mean. So they will move in this direction. The thing with the challenger banks is that they saw this window of opportunity earlier, and they jumped on it. Because the same thing we are doing in the US, by the way. So the company has already started doing business even in the United States. And we see a lot of challenger banks showing up there.
Yeah, if you said, look, Austrian market, it's
traditional market. It's a traditional market.
Traditional market.
Yes.
And how is the United States market?
The United States, a lot of unbanked people, by the way. This is the other thing we realize. And depending on which part of the United States. So if you go on the coast side, things are more developed. The more you move to the center, things are not developed. So the US market still has a lot of progress to do, where in the East and West Coast, things are more developed. And we are also learning by being in those markets and the advantage we have as a group is that we have a big footprint, which some markets go well, some markets don't go well, and this helps us offset the challenge you face in certain areas and be able to go in the right direction.
This year, what was the highlights of your business this year?
In 2022,
yes.
I would say one of the main things we did is we had gone through some acquisitions recently. So it was the year that we had to digest these acquisitions. So that way we expanded our footprint. We went in Western Europe because mostly the company was in Central and Eastern Europe. And now with this acquisition, we managed to get in Spain, in UK, in Nordics. So this was the year that we brought this all together, and this is the plan for the future. Now that we have this footprint and we have this coverage, how can we bring our expertise and services in all the markets that we're already operating? So and this is the plan for next year. How can we utilize better our expertise across the markets that now we have people? So we said Romania is a big market for us, and we have more than 500 people, but the group overall has 1,500 people. So we have quite a good scale now, and we need to take advantage of this scale and be able to offer our services.
In Romania, do you think with the money from PNRR, do you think we can make a good digitalization, or will be a lot of company will try to sell products, but in the end will not be a unique strategy, unique vision?
I believe this is a good direction. This PNRR initiative is very good. So it's up to us and the government how to best utilize this. These initiatives, we see the same thing in Greece, where I'm also involved in other countries. So this will drive in the right direction as long as the strategy is clear on what we want to achieve out of this.
And what is your point of view, what to achieve?
What to achieve?
In the case of Romania,
I believe this will allow us to offer better services to the citizens. This is the way we should see it.
First of all, better service to the citizen. Okay.
Yes. A more organized, let's say, government, easier access to information, faster access to information. So the way I see this digitalization effort is improve our lives, the citizens' lives, to be able to get easily their certificates, to get easily the information they need, not to wait for months or weeks to get a document. This is one area. And then the government to be better organized as far as running its all these services. So I see this as improving the way we work and the service that we will be able to offer.
But in the case of the Romanian companies?
In the case of the Romanian companies, the watch out, in my opinion, is to make sure that the people that the companies will get involved know what they are doing and they are the right companies to offer this. Because usually when this type of funds are available, a lot of companies show up. My watch out is let them make sure that they select the ones that can deliver. Because the biggest challenge we will face, and this is what already I see in Greece where they already started implementing this type of initiatives, is whoever took the project in position to deliver it in time. The biggest challenge, in my opinion, is the time frame that is available to implement this.
What Inform brought in Romania in terms of digital transformation services?
So first of all, the digital services as a contribution in our turnover in the last year was around 15% compared to 10%. So this means that
so every year you...
So, and this is our plan to keep on growing this part of the solutions in our total portfolio. The solutions that we already have introduced, if I were to pick 2-3 of them, key ones is, as I said, the onboarding of clients, automation of processes, document management solutions in order to circulate these documents, scanning and archiving. So these were the key initiatives that we ran during the course of the last year. And now we are at the stage of bringing added features to those solutions and working more on the analytics and on the data understanding and making sense out of it.
Yeah, because a lot of people said, look, the future will be to analyze the data,
Correct.
Data that companies have. Okay.
Yes.
In what way to analyze the data and to do what with this analysis?
The whole point of the data is to be able to drive decisions out of it. So behaviors, I'll take you an example. So if you are a bank and you see the behavior of how your customers are using their card and what type of purchases they do, it helps you understand which are their behavior and their needs and customize your offering. So this is one area. If you are an energy company, you need to analyze the data to forecast better, because in this world that we are working, you need to know what are your needs, what is the profile of your customers, to be able to plan properly, to be able to block your future contracts as far as your what is the consumption you expect to have. So data is there in front of us. It's just making sure that you read it properly and help you in taking decisions. This is the way I see it.
Companies can read properly the data they have, or they need a consultant read their data.
I would say they need a consultant, because your consultant will be able to run algorithms, to be able to drive behaviors out of it, understand, take out whatever is anomalies, because it's the other thing. A lot of data, if you don't filter it, it might give you different, let's say, readings. So you need to have a consultant with the tools that it will bring in order to be able to give you the proper unbiased, let's say, information.
Okay. If you look at the Romanian company, what kind of data they have?
I think all the companies have a lot of data. The question is, what do they do about it? So even our company has, the other thing I wanted to say is that what we also did as a company is, first we try to do internally whatever we want to tell our clients to do, we also start by ourselves. So we started automating, streamlining, using the robots internally for internal workings, because that way you get better understanding.
So you are the first client of your products, you know?
Exactly. So we implement first internally in our group, because that way we get experience and knowledge. So when we go and speak to our clients, we know already what they expect to see. So to your point, there is a lot of data points. The question is, how do you really use them? Because sometimes you get lost with the data. There's too much data. And
this is the problem, the main problem. I discussed with some manager and said, I have a lot of data. I don't know how to cook this data, how to handle this data, and what to do with this data.
And this is where the experts, as you said, come. Because they have seen and done it in other companies. And this is the experience that a consultant, as you say, can bring, is because he has been in different industries or in the same industries and seen what kind of data they have and how they can make sense out of it. And this is where the companies have to invest, because this data is created from systems, from people. So if you want to go back to streamlining and improving your cost base, you need to understand the data and be able to drive savings out of it. This is the whole idea. One side is engage better with your clients and be able to offer them solutions that are better for them. And the second one is to use the data to understand where you're losing money, where you can improve your operations in order to be able to have a more healthy, let's say, P&L that you run.
In your professional life, you work in different countries, different area. Okay.
Yes.
So, how is Romania compare with other country, other area? What is the strength of the Romanian business and the weakness?
I believe Romania has been in a growing mode and has been open to change. So this is what I noticed, that the market and the people are open to improve and develop, and this is the big advantage. When you see other countries where I've been, where they don't want to embrace change. Here people want to embrace change, they're open to new ideas. I see a lot of initiatives, startups. So this is what I like about Romania, that they are very, and now Romania is heard more and more. So you see a lot of unicorns coming from Romania. This is a good sign.
Right now we have only one. Maybe the second will be Defender, and the third I know.
But what I think the people have done here in the company is that they invested a lot on the service providing. So for me, because the future is around providing services, the country is the right path, being a hub here that can provide its services in the...
So Romanian to transform in a hub services.
Yes.
Because a lot of people said, look, you need to have your own products, not to be a supplier of services or handle the call center or shared service center.
Yeah, but these needs will be there for the future. And if you have built an expertise around it, people will come to you in order to support them. So the people, the young people that are getting educated, that they are, and the advantage that they can work from here. And in our days, where you don't have to be based in a certain place to provide your services, this is the advantage. You see more and more people wanting to be at their home country and be able to work for everywhere. So this is the way it's going in the future. I think we will be working from wherever we like.
Yeah. In your case, Lykos, you mentioned that you have 500 people here in Romania.
Correct.
Why people work with Inform Lykos and not to go to YPath, Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, and so on?
First of all, the 500 people we have are not IT people, all of them.
Okay,
so let me start with that.
But you have IT people, some IT people.
Of course, we have IT people, and we are also facing the same challenge with all these companies to attract and retain these IT people. I believe what the people like working with us is because we are a company that has more than 125 years that have been in business, has been evolving and growing, and we are giving opportunity to our people to grow and evolve along with us. So we are a reliable, let's say, employer, and an employer that is investing behind those people and giving them more opportunities to grow. This is why I believe we are one of the choices that they have.
Inform Lykos is not the same name if you work with Microsoft, YPath, Unicredit, and you have to pay more than then.
Always, when you try to attract people from this industry, you might have to pay a premium, especially if you're not in that field. This is a general rule. But I believe people also take into consideration the values of the company and the fact that it's a company that is solid and their management has been there and making sure that it's growing and evolving. So this also weighs. It's not just the money that you pay, it's also the environment you create and the opportunities that you give.
Do you intend to hire more people in 2023?
Yes.
How many people?
I would say because of
in what field?
Especially the IT side, we are all continuously looking for more people to bring on board. But even on the blue collar, on the manufacturing side, because we are increasing our capacity here, so we will be on a hiring mode for both services people and people working in our factories.
Do you think you can attract people from Ukraine or Russian to work?
To be honest with you, we haven't really looked how this could work. So this is, it has its challenge, and we didn't look into this. But it could be an area that we should further
So, you are for the next year, you are optimistic for your business, okay?
Yes. So we are planning to grow the business, but as I said, not just by the existing offering, but also introducing new solutions and new offering. This is what I see. Because overall, the economy, we read, all of us, we see what's being discussed. Everyone is somehow cautious optimistic. So I would also say the same thing for us. We are cautious optimistic, and we are making our homework and getting prepared in order to be able to continue growing. From the time I've been here, the past 4 years, the business has been growing, so my plan is to continue investing behind Romania.
Yeah, so it's a good market for you, personally.
Yes.
Ok, mulțumesc frumos. A fost Manolis Kontos, Managing Director la Inform Lykos. Cam atât a fost ZF Live de astăzi. Ne revedem mâine de la ora 12. Zi bună continuare!